flame I came. They try to stop me, straight up block me through that pain. I've gained a newer way, pursue my rays. Look, I don't cry no more. I just load up my mind and let my grind go show. Cause I'm locked in.
Man, you gotta get locked in.
Single day, I be locked in. Focused all the way, man, I'm locked in. From the time I wake, I be locked in. I don't need no break.
That's how you fire this thing up.
No form in them, when I call them, they don't know what I'm making, they get lost, they not normal, no, fast, that's my side, they with me
Okay.
Let's play. Okay. Let's play.
What's good? Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films, and today we're going to do our recap of that crap that we watched Thursday night. And so we'll kind of get back into it and give some numbers and some different things from what transpired Thursday night, losing to the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals, if you saw the preview show, one of the worst defenses ever.
Keep staying locked in. And
appreciate you, Sean, for dropping that 5. Appreciate it. Matter of fact, let me go up here to B's 5. Because all of them going to come up.
Keep staying locked in. And
so let me let Sean's go through, then we'll announce B's, and then we'll get into it.
you locked in. Keep staying locked in. And
Appreciate Bazel for gifting 5, and appreciate Sean for gifting 5 as well. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it.
locked in. Keep staying locked in. And
We're going to go through them real quick. I just need this last one to get off the screen. I think it's one more.
you locked in. Keep staying locked in. And
I think that's it. If not, it'll cut me off. But first off, shout out to B for gifting 5. So that's the first thing. And then the people that got B's gift, Maisha, Sam, Habitual Line Stepper, T.C.'s, and Chef. Those are the people that got Bazel's 5 gifted. Then we slide on down. Ashley, appreciate you. Let's see. Where is it? Sean gifted 5. And who receives Sean's 5 is Justin, the Bull, Naughty Boy, Auntie, and Purple City 410. Those are the 5 that got the 5 gifted from Sean. So appreciate you, Sean, for doing that as well. Shout out to everybody that's here. 86 Ghost, Bazel, Tila, Ashley. Again, we talked about Sean. Hey, Chris, what's going on? What else we got? Let's see. What up, dog team? What's good? Who else we got in here? Big Reg, what's good? Big Reg keeping the KBK hopes alive over there. Let's see what else we got in the building. Urban Closer, appreciate you as well. Melanated One, I be saying, appreciate it. We're almost at the bottom. D Wiz, appreciate you for coming through. The Hawk, Daniel Berry, always joining in. Jeremiah W, what's good? And then let's get this thing started. So the points have reset. The points have reset, and we got. Let me see how many people we got for this month's raffle. Let me get into my December folder. There it is. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 names that will be on the wheel. Not today, probably tomorrow, but not today. We got 10 names that'll be on the wheel. So everybody's points are back at 0 because it's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Grab your checks and come on. Man, that was wild. For a song about the first of the month. Just think about that. Just go back. That's wild. It's the first of the month. Grab your checks and come on. Now, they ain't talking about come on, go to the grocery store. They talking about come on, buy this work for me so I can get paid. They wasn't talking about going to the grocery store. That's crazy. The stuff we done listened to and heard in our lifetime is wild. It's really wild. So it's crazy, but it is what it is, man. Let's dive on into what we got going for today because I don't want to keep y'all too long. Don't forget we got PRP at 6:30. Then we got me and Nitro on More Sip to Tally at 7 o'clock. So that's what we got going on for the rest of tonight. And if you don't follow me, I'm sorry, my other channel at More Sip to Tally, please, what's going on my screen? Never seen that before. Oh, I know what happened. My bad. That's what happened when you unplug the camera up. Give me a sec. That's what happened when you don't plug the camera up. And I gotta find a choice. That's what happened when you don't plug the camera. And I've been recording on it too. Is it? Yep, is it. I got it. My bad, good people. You know how live stuff go. Know how live stuff go. And that was not. I'm coming. We ain't got nowhere to go. We ain't rushing. Is this it? Yep, this it. All right, let me see. Let me plug this up. Then we'll be back in business. My bad, y'all. Players mess up. Players mess up. Players mess up. Nah. Do that. Let's see what we get. See if we get some life back in this thing. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. I ain't got that on. We put this back over here. Of course, all this will be edited out eventually. But we gonna make it work. We gonna make it do what it do. Let's see. I might just have to do it without me today. There we go. Now we back. Now I'm back on the screen. Back in business. Focus myself. Nope. Nope. There we go. Now I'm focused. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Now I'm back. All right. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's get this thing rolling. Appreciate y'all patience, good people. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all patience. And let's get this thing fired up. All right. So delay a game, false starts, and holding. Oh, that's me. All that just happened. All that just happened. What up, Marks? So total points. Obviously, the Bengals scored 32. We had 14 offensive plays, which was part of the problem. The Bengals had 80 offensive plays. We only had 57, which is a problem within itself. Us not getting the equal number of plays or something close to the number of plays. You can't score if you don't have plays. And for them to have 80, that says one thing about our defense not getting off the field, and it also says about the offense not sustaining drives. So that's a twofold thing right there. That's twofold because like we can't sustain drives and we can't get them off the field. And one of the big factors of not getting them off the field was number one in orange and black. All right, total yards. They had 382. We had 320, which ain't bad. Average yards per play, they were lower than us. First downs, they had 22 to our 16. And remember, I always say that 20 first down mark is a good indication of winning the game because that means you control the clock.
Donations.
Appreciate that, T SWAT. Appreciate it. Dropped the 2. He says, shout out to coach. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for coming through and kicking it with us. Why am I on camera like that? There we go. All right. Now, back to the lecture at hand. If y'all get that, let me know. Rushing first downs, 7 to 6. And then passing first down, they had 12 to 9. Penalty first downs, 3 to 1. Third down efficiency, which is something I talked about on the video yesterday. This says 40%. We were not 40%. We were 30%. We were 3 of 10. It was actually 12 first downs, but 2 of them didn't count because of like a penalty and it was no play or whatever. So we were 3 of 10.
We locked in. Keep staying locked in. And
I'm king of the membership team OG Triple OG Lock.
Appreciate you, B, for using his membership message. Appreciate you, B. Appreciate it. Let's see where we at. Fourth down efficiency. They were 10%. We were 20. I don't know the exact number on that. Like, was it 1 for 8 or whatever it was? I'll have to go back and research that. But possessions, 12 to 13. We had one more possession than them. This is a big one right here. And I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can make this one a little bit bigger. There we go. Everybody should be able to see it now. There we go. Because I definitely can see it. Average plays per drive. They almost had 8 plays per drive to our 5. Those 3 plays over the course of 13 possessions. That's a lot. So that 3 times 12 is what, 36? That's 36 more plays. That's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. All right, average yards per drive, they had 29, we had 22. Average points per drive, they had 2.5, we had 1. Unacceptable. Red zone possessions, they had 6, we had 2. We couldn't even get to the red zone. Red zone plays, they had 22, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. They had 22 plays in the red zone, and we had 4. So unless you throwing bombs and scoring, that ain't gonna cut it. Red zone TDs 1 apiece. Red zone field goals, they had 3, we had 0. Red zone scoring efficiency, 67% for them, 50 for us. And it's 50 for us because we didn't get our butt down there. So that's why it's 50 for us. But technically, you get 2 possessions, you go 1 for 2. That's 50%. But we wasn't down there. So it is what it is. Goal-to-go possessions, 0. Goal-to-go plays, 0. Goal-to-go TDs, 0. Goal-to-go field goals, 0. This is terrible. These numbers, they're terrible. They exactly what we saw on TV. The numbers correlate with what we was watching on TV. Keep in mind, I ain't mentioned the turnovers. I ain't even mentioned the turnovers yet. Hadn't even mentioned them. Let's go to the second column. All right, turnovers. See, I hadn't mentioned them, but here they go right here. 5. Who the hell you gonna beat with 5 turnovers? Who you gonna beat with 5 turnovers? Who? You ain't gonna beat no college team with 5 turnovers. Well, you might beat the college team with 5 turnovers, but in the NFL, you ain't gonna beat nobody with 5 turnovers. 1 interception was thrown, the rest were fumbles. And then the interception that was thrown, and I showed you on the video I did, would have been a touchdown if Likely had just held him up. If Likely had just held old boy up where he couldn't tip that ball, that was a touchdown. Mark was gonna be wide open, like buck naked wide open, but Likely didn't hold the block and got tipped, and it went right into the hands of the 16 people that were standing in the middle of the field, guard nobody. All right, let's keep going. Turnover on downs, 1 apiece. penalties assessed. Now, I will say we have been doing better at penalties. We had 7 this game. They had 6, 53 yards. We've been doing better at penalties this season as a whole. Total touchdowns, 2 apiece. Rushing touchdowns, we had 2. Passing touchdowns, they had 2. No special teams touchdowns, no 2 points, any of that stuff. No challenge, no successful challenges, and no red flags were thrown. No trick plays as well. All right, let's go over here to rushing plays, just running the ball. When have the Bengals ever ran more rushing plays than us? When? 32. They had 32 to 22. They have never rushed the ball. They may have rushed for more yards than us, but they've never had more rushing attempts than us that I know of. And they did it by 10 plays this game. By 10 plays this game. They outrushed us by 2 yards. But the funny thing is, look at our average yards per rush. 5.6. What up, Mr. Luke? 5.6 to 3.9. We running at a 5.6 clip, and we didn't run it more. But I do like this number here. This number is encouraging to me because this number used to hover right around 1. Average yard before contact, 3.1. This number used to hover around 1 for us because Derrick Henry and Keaton was used to getting hit in the backfield. For this number to go up some, it's encouraging. And the Bengals was 1.6, so that means they were running the ball. They didn't have the greatest effectiveness, but they had some big runs, some explosive runs in there. But for them to be 1.6, meaning we were doing something to their offensive line, we just wasn't doing enough.
Donations.
You brought some old crisscross in this joint. Let's see, explosive runs, they had 4, and that's what I just mentioned. They had 4, and we had 3. But on their 4 explosive runs, they had 53 yards. On our 3, we had 57. So we were more effective in the explosive run category, but it don't matter because it didn't result in touchdowns. Tackles for loss on rushing attempts, they had 3, and they lost 7 yards. We miraculously didn't have any. We had no TFLs, no tackles behind the line of scrimmage, and still stunk. All right, scrambles. Lamar had 3 for 18. They had 2 for 6. Design runs by the QB, we had 3. I think 2 of them went for first downs, and they had 1. And missed tackles forced on run plays, 3 apiece. Passing plays, 48 to 35. I expect them to throw more than us. I do. I expected it. The numbers say that. The film says that. The watching the game live says that. I just expected that. Passing yards. We weren't far behind them in passing yards. 261 and 246. But when you get behind like that, you got to throw it. When you get behind, you got to throw it. Average yards per attempt, 7.7. Average yards per completion, 14.5. Not bad passing numbers. Because when you really start to look at, when you get into the nuts and bolts of run versus pass, we really outplayed these dudes. But you go back to that turnover. 5 turnovers can't beat Pee Wee League team. But when you look at the numbers on paper,
Donations.
When you look at the numbers on paper,
Donation.
I know Andrews is getting older, but can you honestly argue that likely is more likely to be paid and 89 is likely to get dropped based off this season? Ooh, that's a good question, Sean. Well, what I will say is I think likely is the more explosive option, but the lack of consistency he showed this year after coming back from injury makes me real skeptical. And I don't know if it's like, a lot of people say the Ravens, when they get ready to pay people, they try to hold them down stats wise. I don't even think it's that, because likely don't have like 13 catches. We in week 13 and likely might have 13 catches. Somebody check that out for me. I think likely, matter of fact, I do it. I think likely got like 13 catches. Give me a second. 13 catches in 13 weeks. 1 second. His name Isaiah Likely. He had 18 catches. 18 catches in 13 weeks. I'm sorry. He got 18 catches in 13 weeks. I can't pay that. You can't get no big check from me like that. I don't care who the quarterback is. You basically averaging 1.3 catches a week. Yeah. I don't know if I can rock with that and give you a big chunk of change. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I just can't see it. But back over here. Pass completions 24-17, completion percentage 52-53. So neither one of them had a great, like an accurate throwing day because neither one of these guys hover around 50% passing the ball. Neither one of them. Targeted passes 43-30. They had 2 drops. He was hit as he throwed one time, 2 throwaways on both teams, and then 4 passes broken up by us and 3 for them. So when you look at it on paper, it's not coming out of your pockets. None of it's coming out of my pocket, so I don't see how that's relevant. I don't see how that's relevant. All right, let's go to the next one. My bad. He threw me off with that one right there.
Donations. Donation.
Where we at? Back to where we at. Matter of fact, she deserves a. Let me do this. Let me do this because it ain't pop up there like it need to. It ain't pop up there like it need to.
Donations.
There you go.
Donation.
There we go. There we go. Somebody asked, "That's what happened." That's what happened right there. That's what happened right there.
Donations. Donation.
Appreciate your Asmodeus. He came in and says, to say it ain't come out of your pocket is a stonewalling discussion. Ravens need money to fix these damn trenches. Agreed. 100% agree. The trenches, let me move this over here. The trenches need to be fixed ASAP. No matter whose pocket it's coming out of, the trenches need to be fixed ASAP. And I ain't, you know what? I'll even go as far as to say just the guards. Just the guards. Not the the tackles, they all right. They all right. But I would say the guards. The guards got to. Oh, y'all lost me? I'm back. Am I back? I did hit BRB so I could switch my stuff. So I hit BRB on purpose so I could switch my my stuff over. You disappeared like Zay and Lamar's weapons. Okay. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep me on my toes. I appreciate it. But what we have on the screen, this is the records as of the Steelers losing yesterday. I know it was a game last night and got a game today because Denver would be 10-2 as well. So I don't know if that makes Denver the top seed or what, because I'm assuming New England haven't had their bye yet because this will be their 13th game and we're in week 13. So I'm assuming New England hadn't had their bye yet. But we're in fourth spot. We're in fourth spot and battling the Steelers, who we play this week for that spot. And honestly, I think winning the North is our only way to get in. I really do. I think winning the AFC North is our only way to get in. The only way. It's the only way to get in, to win the AFC North. So we need to beat Pittsburgh and then hold off the rest of them. Beat Pittsburgh, then hold off the rest of them. Make sure we still good over here. Yeah, we still good over here. Appreciate y'all. Tap that like button too. Tap that like button too. Tap that like button too. All right, let's go to the next one. So we're looking at some grades, and we're going to kind of go through these grades, and then we'll kind of work our way up out of here. This ain't the greatest. This ain't the greatest. It's okay. But you look at Tyler Linderbaum 85, Rose 83, Ronnie 83. Then you go to the two guys that matter. Voorhees was 70. Emery was 67.6. And even though Emery had got this 67, I liked what I saw out of Emery. I did the video Friday morning maybe about Emery. I like what I saw out of Emery. And shout out to all y'all that went and watched that video too. That was a great way to end November. Then you got Falele down here at 60. Likely at 27.4. And y'all know the biggest reason why Likely's down here, because he's the guy, he let the guy get the tip ball for the interception. So I'm sure that's why his pass grade is down here at 27. But the guys that really matter, the guys that everybody yapping and obviously and deserve to be yapping about, Andrew Voorhees and Falele at the bottom. Sandwiched between them is the rookie, Emory Jones, who got 16 snaps Thursday. All these guys need to be in this dark green for us to be successful. All these guys in the dark green, need to be in dark green for us to be successful. And I see Blackler talking about the PFF grades mean nothing. They don't, but they serve a purpose. Because I know for a fact they grade everybody the same way. And so you can use it to kind of compare, each people to each other. And the reason I say I know for a fact, because I did this for a second. Me and Chris both. We didn't even know we were doing it at the same time and didn't even know it. So I know some of their metrics are shady, but when using them to compare people against each other, I think it's fair. Whether it's a high number or low number, they still use the same metrics to compare them all. So, and the metrics some of them are skewed. There are some things that happen on the football field that you can't quantify in a drop-down box. And that makes it hard. So you got to pick one way or the other. If it's like a gray area, you as the evaluator has to pick white or black because you can't leave it in that gray area. And that's where the discrepancies kind of come into play at. All right, let's keep rolling though. All right, these are our pass rush grades. Hey, when this popping off? B, let me know. When this popping off? I've been seeing, a little chit chat and, and I can't watch the chat like I want to, but when this popping off? Let me know. Let me know when this popping off. What up, King Blaze? So here. These are pass rush grades. I'm trying to make it bigger so y'all can see it without going out the screen. All right. Draymond Jones, 45. Mike Green, 51. Carl Lawson, who looked about my speed, 51. Roquan Smith, well, we don't really care about him pass rushing. John Jenkins, we don't care about pass rushing. Ben Urban, we don't care about it. Kyle Van Noy, 54. Aeneas Peoples, who finally got to play again for the first time since preseason. That's a joke. 54.2. And the only reason I'm talking about Aeneas in this case and not the other D tackles, because Aeneas is a pass rushing D tackle in my opinion, because he's so light that he's not a run stuffing guy. Teddy Buchanan, don't worry about him. Kyle, Trent Simpson, Trent Simpson kind of playing the edge, so he matters, 65.9. Marlon Humphreys. Like, our best pass rusher from this game was Marlon Humphreys. I think Harbaugh said Nate is day-to-day. What up, Flex Zone? Appreciate y'all. I think he said Nate is day-to-day. I think that's what he said today. I kind of have listened to the press conference because I didn't want to hear what he was talking about. But for our best rushing player from this game to be a cornerback, that don't say a lot. And now you see why number one was open all game. I know the camera gone again. I know. But now you see why number one was gone all game. We about to shut it down. It's on me. I ain't charging. It's on me. Come back from the trip, I ain't charging. It is what it is. But y'all know what's going on. Matter of fact, I can go over and do this since I'm off. I can do this one. Oh, I can't do that one. I forgot. I changed that one. All right, but we'll get everything back in order since I'm back home. I got one more to show y'all. All right, if I'm not mistaken, these are our run block grades. Let me look at my folder real quick. Yes, these are the run block grades. These are the run block grades. You see who's second? I don't know if y'all can see it now, but the second person. So technically, the first lineman on this thing is Falele. Obviously, Zay's up there, and Zay had that huge pancake, so that's probably why he up there. But Falele was second with 75, and this kind of goes into what Blackley was saying about not caring about run block. I mean PFF grades because Falele second. Now he didn't play bad. Looking at it, he wasn't terrible. The other dude that I think is worse than him, that I've been preaching since week 2, that is worse than him, yeah, he wasn't up there. Roger Rosengartner came in as the second offensive lineman at 73.4. Pat Ricard, we know what Pat's basically a glorified lineman. He's at 67.1. Bullock played a little bit at the end, 67. And Bullock, I think Bullock needs some reps at guard to see what he can do, that other guard. And this might be setting up for Bullock to be Tyler's replacement next year. That might be setting up for this. That might be what that's setting up. But then let's keep going on down the list.
Donations.
I look like Agent Smith. Hello, Mr. Anderson. The Matrix is my favorite movie series of all times. That's Modius. That's my favorite movie series of all times. 1, 2, and 3. Favoriteest movie series of all time. But back to where we was. Let's see. We're trying to find the other offensive lineman. Note boom, we don't really care about. Oh, there go Voorhees. All the way down here, 57.9. Then you got Linderbaum, 57.5. Then you got Rodney Stanley, 53.5. Emory Jones, 45.6. Now, in reference, this was I bet I don't have it on here. I got it on my laptop. I wanted to show you where the Bengals ranked in most defensive categories. It was either 32 or 31 in almost all defensive categories. And this is the effort we put out there. This is the effort we put out there. They were 31 or 32 in almost every category. And we go out there and lay this egg. All right, now, Coach, you old school. I know you got some more. I do. I'm just saying that's my favorite. Like as a group, those 3 movies together, that's my favorite. That's what I'm saying. Not necessarily as a whole. That's just my favorite. Like the trilogy. That's my favorite trilogy. Even though Bad Boys creeping up on it though. That new one, yeah, you see, I left that new one out. You see, I left that new one out. Hey, you see, I left that new one out on purpose. On purpose. But again, this is not acceptable. Like we were saying, this can't fly for a team to be that bad defensively, and we go out there and crap the bed like that. It's just not good football, man. And to be in a position where now we got to fight with the Steelers for this division when we should have a game up on them, which is crazy. And the thing is, what scared me, the person that scared me, proved to be the scariest one out there. And it's not Joe Burrow. It's darn Jamar Chase. And I knew when they didn't suspend him for 2 games, we might be in trouble. That's why I was an advocate. He should have got 2 games suspended on that man and lying about it. So I blame this loss on the NFLPA or the NFL, whoever do suspensions for not giving that man 2 games. Because if they would have spit on you, you would have suspended him for more than 1 game. But because they spit on somebody else, you have mercy and to make it 1 game. You're just soft. Whoever do suspensions in the NFL, you soft. That man should have got 2 games maximum. And then he wouldn't have had to play against us. But no, I want to be fair and make stuff equal across the board. Scrubs. Mr. Hawk Tool, he's right. He should have got 2 games. But anyway, We got about 9 minutes before PRP's coming up. And again, this is the little recap I have for you guys. I appreciate y'all for rocking through me with the camera issues. I'm gonna go plug this up before I jump on the other show at 7. And hey, tomorrow we'll be back with the roundup. I'll have film. I have film on something tomorrow. It might be even some kind of college offensive lineman or something. Cause I don't know if I want to watch this crap no more. And no, not because I gotta watch it for Chalk Talk Wednesday. But I will have something tomorrow and go from there. And then we got the roundup tomorrow night. And again, I'm going live with Nitro in about 30 minutes on most of the talent. We're gonna recap week 13 in the NFL. I got about 7 games we're gonna talk about. And then we're gonna be watching Monday Night Football. So with that being said, I appreciate all y'all. Especially, let me go through here. Let me go through here and get them. Hold on. Cause y'all gotta get these you gotta get these shout outs, man. You gotta get these shout outs. And I probably owe y'all some points too. I do. We got 54 likes. I owe y'all some points. So let me get your point. Don't leave because you don't get your points if you leave. You got 25. Just go 50. Then we come over here to this, to all widgets. Then we go there, roll. Then we go here. And then I can do my shout outs while they're growing. So first off, shout out to B for the 5 gifteds. Ashley for coming back for the gold tier. Sean dropped the $2. Then Sean gifted 5, so appreciate that. Then Twat came in with the $2. Then B re-upped his membership. Then B dropped another 5 and says, warm it up, Chris. I'm about to, because that's what I was born to do. Then Sean dropped the 5 and had a question about Andrews, which I answered. Asmodeus came in and dropped the 5, talking, when we were talking about the money coming out of my pocket. Asmodeus came back with another 2, says it looked like Agent Smith from The Matrix, which prompted us to go off board and talk about The Matrix for a minute. And then Sean got another 5, which I didn't see. He says, my bad, coach. Isn't that big white guy named Brent Urban? Do you have his stats? I do have his stats. Give me 1 second, Sean. Give me 1 second. I'll go back to it. As far as pass rush wise, Urban, his grade was a 53.6. So he was one of the better ones, honestly. And that I said that backwards. He was not one of the better ones. He was toward the bottom. My list is upside down. He was toward the bottom. So the lowest one was Draymond Green at 45, and Urban was 53.6. So basically none of they but was getting pressure to the quarterback. They offensive line basically transformed since Joe was back there. So I don't know what the heck they had going on. But it is what it is, man. We got it all done, and hopefully I answered your question, Sean. And I appreciate where's Chris is it? Well, I don't see Chris is up here. Chris dropped the big 4. There it is. Chris dropped the big 49. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. The big 49.99, aka 50. And we're gonna talk about this the rest of the month. I appreciate it. You just don't know how much I appreciate it. And on that note, we going to, see y'all in PRP in about 10. What time is it? In about 10 minutes. Thank y'all. We're gonna enjoy the sounds of Urban Closer going out. And I think I'm gonna change this week. But don't forget about the drawing next week. I'm not next week. Tomorrow for November's raffle. And we got about 10 names on that list. I called them out earlier. And I'll see y'all later. Peace, y'all.
Who is this?
Urban.